Okay, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm back online stream number 2 today. Teresa called me, and when a call comes in, it breaks down the stream. Sorry about that. So, knowing that, Teresa's trying to drive across Chattanooga, and the traffic's real heavy, and she didn't realize I was in the middle of a stream, and I was afraid she had had bigger problems. So, you take the call from your wife. So, here we are. She's headed across town, though. Hey, Grant. So, here I am doing stream number 2. Maybe the rest of you guys will log back in. But I'm out here with the CL. Women, yeah, really. So, but yeah, I've got the CL and the 50mm Summicron because I fixed it. The front element on my Summicron had a small issue arise. It got loose. I thought I'd dropped and broke it. And literally, Aaron looked at it for like 2 seconds and said, the front retainer ring's loose, dude. Sure enough, checked it, spun it with my fingers, tightened right back up. Lens works perfectly now. So, since then, I've ordered some of the lens tools that you use to work on camera lenses with, and they've come in. So now I'm kind of on the hunt for a lens with some fungus in it, maybe, or with some haze, so I can take it apart and clean it and do a video on it. Because people keep wanting to see that kind of video. They keep asking for them. When they find the videos I've done about that, they want to come back and see the full thing disassembled and put together. But yeah, Aaron turned me on to the wrenches, those special rubber spanners that you take the front of the lens part with. So I got those in, and I've got some pin spanners to take internal parts apart with. I just haven't done it yet. This work's been killing me. You got a 135 f2.8 that's got haze in it? Because, it was 180 f2.8 that I shoot with. Okay. I'll try it. No guarantees, I'm a machinist, not a lens tech. I do what I can. Try to keep the dust out of it. But we're up here at, this is, good Lord, now I done forgot, Cooley's Park. But yeah, I was about to give you guys the flyby. This is the park as I'm seeing it. This bridge right through here is the Walnut Street Bridge that I've done so many videos on. Let's go down here, I'll show you. The wind's pretty bad. I figured that out too. But today I got the 3-phase power working in the machine shop. So now we have 3-phase energy, and I cranked up the big engine lathe. This is pretty sad. This fountain hasn't been turned on in 2 years now. Oh, now they're doing photo ops on it. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not with the wind. We'll find out. But yeah, there you go. Now you can see the Walnut Street Bridge right there. Let's see. Oh no, Woody pulled his message. What'd you take it out for? I was gonna read it. I thought I saw it. But they've been doing a lot of maintenance to the park now that they've had the opportunity. This is kind of neat. This big circular feature right here, there used to be a giant tree there. And I think the tree died, and they've planted this new one. They've got a little memorial thing going with it now. But yeah, there was an enormous tree there. But yeah, this park's cool. Hey, these little flowers are in bloom. I'll get minimum focus distance and get a photo of some of them. See them? Turn this back around so I can talk to you guys. I'm gonna set minimum focus distance, which is a little under 20 inches. Push the aperture to f2, and then just walk the focus in. Where is it at? Right there. No, right. Wow. Let's see if it'll show up on the camera. Let me flip this around. That's pretty incredible. Background blur on this lens is insanity. That was overexposed by about a mile too. There he is again, the streetwalker. Somebody give him some food and spare change. Oh, that's a good one, Woody. Okay, I can back my shutter speed down some. What I need to do is set this to auto ISO. That's what I need to do. There. Now. Wow. It takes a lot of ISO to do this. Let's see. Alright, I'm trying to do street photography. See? Okay, where am I focused at? Some kind of ridiculous length. Let me get about 5 feet on this, or 4 at least. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I gotta back up some more to get it all in frame. This is getting crazy. Let me get about 10 feet on it now. Now, there we go. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's neat. It's fun to play with. Just experimenting today. I'm trying to get out of the wind. Dadgummit. I don't have no wind mic thing. And it's windy today. There's the mad photographer. He logged in. How you doing? I wonder if Phil came back. Are you in here, Phil? Phil's been trying to get me to go shoot photos with him for 2 weeks now, and work has prevented it. I actually took off early today to be able to come down here and do this. But yeah, I got my lens fixed. Hey, here's a place with some reasonable wind resistance. I'm gonna set this down and sit down in this chair. Let's see what I can do here with this. All right, let's fix the camera. There we go. Look at that. I have a live stream that actually is streaming. Let's see. You killing me. You're driving to a photo location. Ah. Woo. Nah. I took some pictures. Oh. But yeah, let's show you. On this lens, let's see if I can get the light right in here. Down in here, if I pull off this little ring here, this is the filter retaining ring. Inside here, the keeper isn't just a friction ring. It's actually got 2 notches in it, so you can put a spanner in it and actually tighten it. So I just pulled it down with my fingers and it took literally all the play out of the lens. That was all that was wrong with it. I was kind of shocked at how simple the fix actually was. Because I thought, see, I set the bag down a time or two kind of hard with this lens hood on it. I thought all that torque from the lens hood was what actually done the damage, but it wasn't. And I'm considering ditching this wrist strap and getting a different brand. This is the, Peak Design strap. And although it works really good about not losing it because it cinches down on your arm, and it I don't know, yeah, you know, I like it to be a little easier to get on and off because it takes 2 hands to take it off. I mean, to release it. Once it sits down on your arm, it's just kind of there. So I don't know if I'm really sold on this thing. And I'm considering actually adding the second device over here. See, I don't even have one on this side currently, because is that wind killing it? Is it making it like, is it making it look like, has it got a lot of wind noise? I'm trying to say that. But, okay, thanks, Bass Angler. I don't use any straps at all. I like the strap because it allows me to like free up my hand to do things with the video camera and stuff when I'm vlogging, and I can just not have to worry about trying to find a place to sit it. But it's long. I mean, that's a lot. This would be perfect if that would lock right there. I've been tempted a couple of times to basically, thank you, Phil, everybody, I appreciate that, to singe me a hole through it and rivet this solid right here, and then, but see, it would make it tight to get my hand in it. I need to like somehow, I don't know, maybe sew it right through here by hand stitch it through there and locking it in location, because it won't slide off your hand. I've got another one that's a simple one of those rope weave ones that it's on the TL, and it works great. So I'm thinking about getting another one of them. Yeah, I like the buckle on this. I like this buckle design. The Peak Design latches work really well. I mean, you know, it's easy to get loose, but weave your own paracord. Yeah, I thought about doing that too. And then I could actually repurpose the buckle, because it wouldn't take much to just slice that off and just weave it into that. Yeah, I like the concept, but it's just, I mean, once it settles on your arm, it's a foot from the camera. You can't reach down and get the camera with one hand. I like for it to be where I can let the camera go, and then I can just bring my hand under and pick it back up. And it's a struggle. Bass Angler says he doesn't use a camera strap either. He's fallen too many times on rough trails, and I like to be able to land my camera softly. Spruce Bruce says he has the same strap, and he feels it's too long. Woody's D500 showed up. Hey, nice, dude. You're gonna love that camera. I'm just gonna tell you right now. The D500's epic machine. Mad Photographer, I may just do that. There's YouTube videos. All right, I got all the noise comments, so I'm caught up. But yeah. This is a really comfortable rig like this, but yeah, it's just too long. You wind up having to pick it up and put it back in your hand, you know. That's the only thing about it. But as far as cameras go, I still like this one. This is still kind of my go-to for going around just to play with. My photographer's loving his Z50, and I do like my Z50, and I used it a lot in Costa Rica, of which I have finally done the first sorting on all the photos. I finally got through them. I think I've ended up with something like, I don't know, probably 400 or so after I got through the culls, maybe 300, somewhere in that neighborhood. So now I'm going through and doing another sorting, and the wind, I don't know. Now I'm doing a second sorting to kind of try and pare down the duplicates. You know, I kept the good ones, and now I'm going through and saying, okay, well, I've got 2 of this bird, so one of these is keeper, and one is not a cull, but a secondary photo, you might say. But yeah, it's been taking me a while to get through them. Let's see what we got now. Man, it seems the D7500 has better low noise. Wow. According to DxO. Yeah, sometimes though they do their calculations in laboratory conditions, and I have found that when I come out into the reality or the real world, that sometimes the numbers don't jive with what reality gives you, you know. So I've been tended to kind of take those with a grain of salt. It's good information. DxO mark is good information for a base starting point for your research, but it would be best if you also tempered it with some real world shooting, you know, and look at how the photos are turning out for yourself, or that you can find the best information you can find on it. But sometimes that isn't the only metric I would go by. That's all I'm saying. It's good data though. It's a real good beginning point. Yeah. Okay, on to, I might have to look what that means. You got me now. Woody says, no mirrorless for me until Nikon can show me a D500 version. Man Photographer just bought the UU rig vlogging plate. The small rig came with the camera, but it blocks the battery flow. Yeah, I don't know why engineering departments don't take into account being able to put the battery in your camera. The Leica sells a base plate with a grip. It doesn't have this half body deal like this particular model does, but theirs covers the battery door. The only way you can get your photos off of a CL is to pull this card out because it don't have a port to download them. Well, if you can't open this door without dismantling the camera, why would you do that? But this particular one is the limbs, and the limbs, that brand there, the limbs, they thought that through, and they made a cutout for the door. Then they threw a, what's this, Arca Swiss plate on it. And you get a 1/4-20 stud. And it's like, they thought this through a little bit, you know? But let's see here. Kayonda, what's up? Okay. It's like Que Pasa, but slightly different. Okay. It's saying something slightly different from that. All right. Well, Adrian, it's kind of cooling back off now that the rain's moved out. I guess the cold front from up north come in behind it, and now it's starting to get cold again. Everybody up in Indiana and out in Arkansas saying it's in the 40s. It's probably going to be that here in the morning. It was nice today. I had the roll-up door open on the shop, and I was working in a t-shirt, and it felt great. And then the cloud cover moved in, and it got cold. I don't know. Normally when the clouds move in the winter, it gets warm. It's kind of backwards. Before they created D500 mirrors, unless you can spare 6K. I don't know. That Z9's a pretty nice machine. If it'll actually perform, if that Z9 will perform as good as they're claiming it's going to, remember that. If it doesn't perform as well as they're claiming it's going to, then it's going to sink them. It has to do what they're saying it's going to do. If it, you know, they can't do some kind of dumb little 8K for 30 seconds or some crap. It's got to, if they're saying it's going to shoot an 8K, it's got to be able to do it. And if it does, it's going to be a contender, because they've got some pretty powerhouse specs they've released on it that they've leaked. It looks like a nice machine. I'm kind of interested. I've always wanted one of those big ProGrave bodies, like a D3X or a D4, you know, but I've just never pulled the trigger on one, because I got the D810 and it done really well for me. I was always really impressed with the D810's performance, except in low light. Its shadow noise is kind of weird. Like Aaron says, it has this weird purple noise in the shadows. And I keep looking up because I'm looking through my reading glasses to see what it says on the screen here. Bass Angler says if the Z9 is a true D6 replacement in autofocus, then he'll get one. Yeah, because the D6 and the D500 and all of those, the autofocus on them is the amazing part. That's what makes it so great. Ali Avsi says Nikon was too late with the stack sensor. Only their top pro has it, unlike the Sony, which that put it in their relatively cheap cameras. Yeah, well, I think Sony invented it, so they had the liberty to use it at their discretion. And if I had to guess, they probably sat on that for a little while, because if I invented a technology and I was selling this said technology to my competitors, I'd probably keep the best for me, and then I would let them have it after I kind of got my engineering cost recovered from selling my own gear. I think that's the game plan. You know, since Sony does sell sensors to Nikon, it's a known thing that Nikon buys sensors from Sony. I think, honestly, there's something to that. I believe that Sony sits on that tech, and you know, puts it in their cameras first. That way they're first to market with it, because that's a big deal. Being first in some kind of, in anything, kind of makes you a more valuable brand. It is a thing. Yeah. Wolftick says he believes Sony used it first in the A9. And I think you're right. Mad Photographer's got a bell. Oh. It's 8 a.m. in the morning where he is. Okay. Well, thank you for logging in. I appreciate you coming by for a minute. X-Gen Ray. Thank you, Ray. All is well. I'm just working a lot. That's why I did a live stream today. I wasn't able to produce a video for yesterday, so I thought I'd crank a stream up today for a little while before supper while it's still light out. Let's see. Hassan says it's going to be in the 40s tonight in Alabama too. Yeah, it's going to be cold. Yeah. 49 in Morganton, Arkansas is what Wolfdick said. Woody said we have tornadoes close by and snow in the morning. Snow-nados. Is that a thing? Snow-nados? I keep hearing the leaves rustling over here by the building, thinking someone's walking up behind me, but I can see right in this corner when somebody does come in the frame. Let's see what this says. James Oliver uses a triangle type strap on his D850. I'm curious. I have to look at that. Oh, look. Hassan's late. Oh, he's telling Mad Photographer, Australia. Okay. I got your 6. Ooh, good. The Z8 will be interesting. Yeah, that's a D850. It's what they're claiming. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about this whole Z9 thing, and Spruce Bruce is tuning in from Fairbanks, Alaska. It's 2 degrees outside and sunny. Ooh, literally 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Ouch. Let the people come up. They might have spare change. Kyle Wist. Hey, how you doing, Kyle? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, we've just been chatting about camera gear some. I was trying to take some photos, but honestly, it's just cold. I need a heavier coat. I have one in the truck. We're walking to the truck. Here we go. I got a warmer coat in the truck. I just now remembered that. Yeah, we're gonna make a slight change to the angle of the ball head here so it's easier to carry. There we go, 2 degrees. I don't even like opening my fridge in the winter. Hassan's got it figured out. But yeah, I'm gonna go over here to the truck and get that coat I've got in the back of the truck, and put it on. That'll help a lot, because 40s, this little jacket I'm wearing is not 40s. It's, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. That's why I'm so daggum cold. It makes much more sense now. Yeah, there's the truck. I hadn't went far. Hopefully I can capture the northern lights this week. Really? With the Z50. With my flight bag. Wow. You can see them in Alaska. Neville Cole is here from the UK. Wrong truck. It's right there instead. Okay, good. Man, from England. United Kingdom. You're in the England portion of the United Kingdom? I'm assuming. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, because I found out some of these UK guys are from Scotland, and some are from Ireland, and some are from Wales, and there's a bunch of different parts of England or UK. It's trying to rain on me. All right, we'll set you guys down. I am a certified Nikon advisor in Des Moines, Iowa. Kyle West. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, see, here right now, I want to take it off. It's like, there. Neville said England. Oh, he retracted it because I think he had the cap locks pressed. He'll post it back here in a second, correct? Okay, I'm gonna set my camera down on the sidewalk. We'll get back to that in a second. Oh no, the coat isn't in here. I took it in. Fortunately, I'm a survivalist and I have multiple coats in my truck. So now, sit you back down again. You back? Yeah, I logged back in after I got done with Teresa on the phone. She's still trying to go to yoga. Hopefully she makes it in time. What are them? Things off that tree. Oh, they're off that tree. Okay. I don't know what that is. All right, that's much better. Okay. Now that I've got a warm coat on, Teresa just texted me. Is the stream still flowing? I bet it is. Let's see. All right. I get to work with Nikon cameras for my full-time job, and I'm pretty down on. That's awesome. All right, you keep there. Oh wow, Woody's watching the Port Tobacco Eagle Cam. It's hatching right now. Interesting. Is Phil back? He was heading somewhere to take photos, he said, and he hasn't come by here, so. Whew. Raining in Manhattan. It was raining here a lot yesterday. I gotta pick my camera up. Had it on the sidewalk. But, whew. It's been a lot of fun chatting with you guys. But yeah, I think, honestly, I'm interested in that Z9. I talked myself out of the Z7 too. I was thinking about one of those, and I backed up on it because I've got some really nice cameras that basically, in my opinion, are pretty much on the same plane as that. And I got my D810 out the other day and messed around with it, and I'm gonna use it. The video I filmed next, it's involved in that video, it and the Z6. So I'm still using that camera. So if I have to figure out how to justify it, but I've always wanted a flagship machine, and it's kind of one of those grail kind of purchases. But the Z50 has been performing exceptionally well. I mean, everybody told me it would, you know, and it was kind of like, you know, everybody was right. They were right. It's a great little camera. It performs shockingly well to be like an entry-level camera. It's an amazing little machine, and I'm just curious to see if MSRP is 6K. I probably won't be getting one. I'll just be honest with you. That's pretty steep for a mirrorless camera. It really is. I mean, even with the performance specs that they're touting, I don't know if I can drop $6,000 on that camera body. Oh, Bass Angler won't know if that heavily used 500mm phase Fresnel is ready to leave and find a new home. Just finally, I took seriously